Hello everyone, welcome to this broadcast. My name is Jai and this is your channel for grace. Thank you so much for watching this video. What we're going to do today is some love donation reading. So if you're live, perfect. If you're watching the replay, enjoy the readings. You'll get an idea of what my readings are a little bit like, and you can book a reading with me if you'd like to, a personal reading through my website, eaglestaryoga.com. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and then also hi there, how's it going guys? And also give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Hey Danny, how are you? Remember, you can book a reading with me at eaglestaryoga.com and click on book a reading. Also, the Earth School for Lightworkers has payment plans now available. Beginning at the end of March, a really awesome 8-week online program that you can take from anywhere in the world, and it'll be held in a private Facebook group. We'll have communication with each other. There's going to be guest speakers, and we're going to talk about what it means to be a light worker. How do you step into your light, and how do you begin to awaken and live your ultimate potential, your life full of purpose. You can follow me on Instagram if you would like to, and also on all social media. And on this broadcast, if you make love donations to paypal.me/eaglestaryoga, I will do some readings for you guys. So please take a moment to share this video if you can. Share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, text it to your friends, let them know that it's happening so we can get some more people into the room. I know that there are some people that said they were going to be here for sure, so we'll just chit-chat a little bit until we see everybody. But let me say hi to everyone that's actually in here right now. Libra Lights, how are you? I love that you call me Grace. I just love that. Danny, how's it going? Nice bell sounds effects. I know, isn't that crazy? Leanne, can you see it now? Can you see the screen? And you'll get to study with me. Beautiful chair. Oh, you like it? I just found this picture like not that long ago. Let's see. I'm going to make you a moderator. Add moderator. Ooh, I just made you a moderator. And then Danny, I'm going to make you a moderator too. Awesome sauce. Cool. That was easy. Jason taught me how to do that the other day. And I was like, okay, cool. That seems easy enough. He's like, I don't know how to do it any other way. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'll definitely try it. All right. So what I have today are I have my tarot cards, the Wild Unknown tarot cards. So this broadcast is totally different than all the broadcasts that I've ever done. I already did this morning the all signs spiritual evolution readings earlier today, so make sure that you watch that replay. And then also today is International Women's Day. I'm blue. You guys are both blue. Leanne, we're gonna have to make we're gonna have to add your picture, and we're gonna have to make your broadcast like accessible. Hello there. What is it? FL Guy 8282. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we'll have to add your picture, and I guess you already have a YouTube profile, so you just make it into a channel. It's actually gonna be really, really simple. Really, really easy. Venus, how's it going? It's wonderful to see you guys here. Yeah. John Ross. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, Jonathan. Welcome. Is that it? Are you Jonathan? Or do you want me to call you John Ross? We're the new mods, Danny. You guys are the new mods. I just made you mods just like that. Boom, you didn't have a choice. I hear it's a good thing to have moderators on your channel. I have all of my other cards too, but we're just gonna chill. Jonathan is fine. That's what Leanne calls you. That's why I'm just calling you that, you know. So I'm going to do like a little, hey, Turn, how are you? Is this Turn Ahead? Teresa? Just curious. I like seeing people's names throughout like all of the social media world. That's super fun to do. I hope you guys are having a good Friday night. This is the first, so I've never done this before. Oh, cool. Yay. I know, me too. So I've never done this before. This is the very first time we're doing this show, and I'm hoping to do it every Friday, where for love donation we'll do readings for you guys, and you guys can actually ask a question. Good to have you in here, Teresa. So I'm going to do a little reading for all of us for tonight before we get started. And if anybody wants to ask a question and have me pull, I'm going to pull 3 cards. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to pull 3 cards and for you guys. So it's anywhere from like $10 to $25 donation, and it'll be good. Oh, the PayPal link is, I actually put it in the beginning of the chat. So if you scroll up to the top, you can see it's paypal.me/eagle-star-yoga. Oh, I should put it up with, let me see if I can put it up with http://paypal.me. Maybe this'll like make the link active in the chat. That would be freaking awesome. But it's also in the description of the video. paypal.me/eagle-star-yoga. I don't think it did. Okay, anyways, that's hilarious. Okay. It didn't do anything. It didn't change anything about it. paypal.me/eagle-star-yoga. Yeah, that's how it is. All right, so let's pull, we're gonna pull 3 cards for all of us tonight that are here together in the chat. Nope. I know, I tried. I freaking tried. I feel like I should play some music, but then we'll get the, what's it called? The copyright thing. I actually went through and cleaned up my channel, you guys, so it just has frequent stuff. Oh, thanks. Whoa. Those 2 cards just fell out of nowhere. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. This is a very interesting spread. All right. The first card that we got was the Mother of Pentacles. So it's like this little mama deer. The mama deer kind. I was just telling Jai, I love the cherry blossom. She just found it. Yeah, I just found it on, I used Canva to make my background images. So that's what's going on there. The Mother of Pentacles excels in the home. She knows exactly what to do while raising a family and tending to the tasks of daily life. There's a potential for her identity to become wrapped entirely around her children and home, which leaves her needy and attached. This is the cause of most of her turmoil. She often has qualities of a healer and is very connected to nature. We are very connected to nature, you guys. So this card is about like being really comfortable, like in your space. Because this woman or this type of person, right? Because these cards are kind of funny, right? They're like, okay, how does that help me? I don't know. But this type of person is really comfortable in their own space, in their own skin, in their home especially. Like I'm totally a homebody. I totally identify with this card because I'm the kind of person that wants to be home all the time. And I love having like, you know, my things where I want them. And it's been a long process of me being able to even get my life in that way. And for those of us that like live with roommates or things like that, we know how challenging it is to, hey there, Lin, we know how challenging it is to share our space with people. unless they're our family, right? If they're our family, then it becomes totally different, right? Same here. I stay home way too much. Way too much. That actually, I'm glad that you said that, because I kind of do the same thing. I love being at home so much that I'm just like, okay, I'll stay. And then I don't go out, and I don't go do my yoga, and I don't go to the gym where I really need to do those things. And now you're moving. Well, not yet. The lease that we have right now is through September. So 6 more months we have here. But in between, so like, I think it's 90 days. Yeah, it's 3 months. 3 months before the lease ends, you have to tell them whether you're staying or whether you're going. And they will freaking, if you tell them that you're leaving, they will put your apartment up for rent, and they will rent it like next week. And the people will just like sit there and wait until it's ready. And so you can't, this happened to my sister. She actually told them she was leaving, she was moving, and then she decided she wanted to stay, but then they told her that she couldn't, because she already told them that they couldn't do that. They couldn't take it back. So that's why we're beginning to look now, because by the time it gets to 3 months before our lease ends, we're going to be getting that notice of like, are you staying or are you going? You know? But yeah, we are thinking about going to Oregon. Does anybody live in Oregon? Southern Oregon, near Klamath Falls. Me too. I love being home. It's great to love your own company and spirit, but it can hold me back. I have to remember to stay in touch and go out. I know. Why are so many of us? I think that us that are very sensitive people, the reason I love staying home is because I am very sensitive. And it's better for me to be home in my own little safe haven than it is to be out in the world getting affected by other people's negativity, right? Anyways, that's kind of what it feels like. So let's look at this next card that we got. We're doing a little group reading before we do the donations. But if you're ready to receive a reading, just feel free to make a donation anywhere from $10 to $25, whatever you want. Minimum of $10. And I'll pull like 3 cards for you. Yeah, me too. Okay, the 6 of Pentacles is a card of prosperity, growth, and generosity. The 6 of Pentacles indicates that your long-awaited fruits are ready for harvesting, bringing more wealth than anticipated. Hell yeah, I love that. We all love that. Make sure you're generous during this bountiful time. This card can also signify generosity coming from someone else. If this is the case, accept the help with grace and put the resources to good use. So we really love being at home. I feel like there's a connection between, I'm kind of sensitive in huge groups, but at 3 and meet people, I'm good. And what I try one-on-one hanging with friends. Yeah, exactly. That works. So I feel like these cards kind of have like this, they're trying to tell us something, right? For me, it's like at work, I mean, not at work. It's funny. I was going to say at home and I said at work, but at home, this is where I work, right? So it's very interesting that these 2 cards are like right next to each other. It's like being home, being this homebody, being really comfortable in my own space, and then prosperity's coming. So to me, there's this connection about being together, these 2 cards together, being at home, and also working really hard. It almost shows you the possibility of what can really happen if you put your mind to something. And in my personal case, it's like I'm here and I'm home all the time, but I'm working like almost like 24/7 because I'm home, you know? And so because I have the ability to do that, I get a lot of work done. And because I get a lot of work done, then I feel like, of course, like the prosperity is coming. But they could have like really nothing to do with each other. And the message could just be like, could also be, you know, you love being home and you love being in your space, and maybe it's time to sort of venture out and meet new people, and prosperity is on its way, and whatever you've been doing so far has obviously been working. So it's interesting. These 2 cards next to each other are kind of, they're interesting. That Virgo Hermit is who I am, but you all know I'm getting out on the walking path every day and meeting new people daily. Yeah, exactly. The third card that we got is the Justice card. This is such a random ass reading. The Justice card is like, well, I don't know if you can see the picture of the cats. It's like the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the dark and the light. But they're divided by this like sword in the middle. It's about finding balance. It's about finding justice. But you know what it's also about? It's also about like healing and releasing karmic patterns. It is balancing the light, the dark and the light, healing karmic patterns, finding that balance in your life. The fourth card we got is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is about waiting. Waiting for the opportune moment. What's really here? What do we really have here? The way that you balance your life is by being very patient. I think we just got a donation from Christina. Let me write that down real quick. So I think that, thank you for that donation, by the way. I'll get to you right away. Finding balance in our lives sometimes has to do with patience and waiting. However, there's like this side of it, and then on the other side there's prosperity. So it's like because of that patience, I feel like we have balanced ourselves and prosperity is coming. And this is like the odd card out. It's like, what is this? What is this card even telling us? Yeah, bring balance. This is definitely a reading about the balance that we find in our lives comes from the patience that we've, well, I think I get it. Maybe, you know, this card is saying that the patience that we have sort of acquired has a lot to do with being able to be comfortable in our own skin. Yeah. That's definitely the message. And so in the end, it's like, because of all this work that we've been doing, we've got the prosperity. The prosperity is coming. Yeah, this is cool. It's a cool reading. It's very interesting. I don't think I've ever pulled those specific cards together. It's funny to try to, you know, complete the story when you see all these things, right? So let me double check. Christina, I just want to see if you put a question. I don't think you did. Okay, so Christina, what's your question? Christina just made a $10 donation, so I appreciate that very much. Just let me know what your question is, and I'll shuffle the cards for you. So it's kind of like portal. Choice. Choose a side. Oh, yes. Ooh, I like that too. That's a cool interpretation of that card. What do my spirit guides and angels want me to know? Okay, here we go. What do Christina's spirit guides and angels want her to know right now? I'm going to do 3 card readings. Abundance is Rai. If you want your question, a question answered, you guys just make a PayPal donation of a minimum of $10, and I'll literally do a quick reading for you. What does Christina's spirit guides want her to know? Okay. All right, so the 3 cards that came out for you are the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the 6 of Wands. And I'll tell you pretty much what they mean. The Ace of Swords, it is actually a really cool message. I like it when it flows like this. When it flows like this, it's easier to read, right? So the Ace of Swords is, yes, it is in the chat. The Ace of Swords is basically new ideas, because the aces symbolize new beginnings. So new ideas are coming to you, like fresh ideas, exciting ideas are coming to you. What your spirit guides want you to know is, for some reason, they want you to stop beating the dead horse. It's, you know, like stop doing the things that no longer serve you. Stop trying to go in the direction that you think you need to go, and start moving in a different direction. This card could also mean you've already done the work. You've already, like, you took care of it. You know what I mean? And now what's going to happen next is, from this like darkness that is these cards, these wands down here, I mean, this is almost like the ashes after the fire, right? This is like the death. The bottom part represents death. But then here comes this beautiful butterfly rising up through the darkness. So it's literally about rising, rising up through this darkness, right? It's almost like, here it is, right? This is like dead right here. And then from here comes this beautiful butterfly. And what's even cooler is that from this death and rebirth, you're going to be getting some really cool new ideas. Genius! New ideas are coming to light. So what I would do right now is pay attention and write things down. If you don't have a journal, Christina, like definitely get a journal, because I mean, it's like, it's going to come like flashes of light, these ideas. I like the Ace of Swords. It's actually a really fun card. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. Remember, tomorrow I do the weekend reading. And that usually happens at like in the morning, like at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, so like 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. If any of you guys have any questions for me at all, feel free to ask. What I'm going to do real quick, let me see if I can actually share this somehow. Can you share? Yeah, you can share it. Well, it's live. Let's share it on Twitter. Come on in. And then I'm also going to share it on Facebook. Okay. There we go. Can you guys still hear me okay? Just to make sure, because I exited the screen and then came back in. Should we play a game? Should we play the guessing game? I don't think I've ever done that here on YouTube. While we wait for somebody to make a donation. That's hilarious. Let's do that. Let's actually play the game. So we're gonna guess. We're gonna play the guessing game, which how it works. And this, you don't have to make a donation for this, but you do get like a 1-card reading. Let's use the Isis Oracle, which is the one that I used earlier today. So, okay. So we're going to pick a number. You guys get to pick a number between 1 and 20. And whoever guesses the correct number will get the next reading. Okay? Number between 1 and 20. Just go ahead and guess numbers. You don't have to stay up, Danny. Nobody's gotten it yet. I'm gonna pass out, but still listen. This is hilarious, Danny. Oh my God. You guys can guess more than once. All right, Danny, you got it. The number was 7. Oh, you and Leanne got it. Okay. Let's see. So this is for you if you guessed 7. You get the Spirit of Isis card. The 2 moderators, 11 and 369. Okay, the Spirit of Isis, beloved initiate. There are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you. Believe. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yes, that's a good message. I like that. Okay, let's see. Let's do colors. So go ahead and pick a color. Pick a color. And whoever gets the right color will get this next card. Oh, oh, it's okay. I totally understand. Don't worry. You don't have to explain yourself. You guys are super sweet for being here and hanging out. So that's why I'm doing this game. I'm not worried about it. Let's just have fun, okay? So guess a color, and then whoever gets the color correct will get the next card. Yeah, if you would like to make a donation, I can do like the 3-card pull where it'll be like a little bit longer of a reading, but these are just fun like 1-card pulls. The card's already pulled. You can actually see the picture, but I won't tell you what it is yet. Leanne! Colors! Colors! Oh my God. Chartreuse. I don't even know what that color is. I'm not kidding. I do not know what that color is. This is hilarious. Nobody's gotten it yet. The true warrior she is. This is actually a very cool image. These cards are a little bit sexy. Like her boobs are showing. You're like, what? Nobody yet. Nobody yet. I'll let you know when you guys get it. Okay. There we go. The girl from Mars. You're from Mars? I'm just kidding. Beige. And the color is orange. orange. Okay, so if you guessed orange, this is your card. It's called the Lady of the Stars. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. She asks you to pay attention now because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. I know, Leanne. I know that was exactly what you needed to hear. This is a cool card, the Lady of the Stars. Ah, your comments are coming in late. Now I get it. Yes. So for those of you that picked orange, Aphrodite calling me on here as well. Aphrodite. This is the goddess. What did she say? This Sirius. Celestial goddess from the Sirius star nation, I'm assuming. Have you guys ever read the book, The Sophia Code? The Sophia Code is a book that was channeled by this woman called Kaya Ra. And in it, she gives you these like 7 key codes. And I think it's 7 key codes. 1, 2. I know I have the book here somewhere, but I can't remember exactly. But she gives you, I think it's 7, yeah, 7 key codes, maybe 8 key codes. I don't know. Maybe the last one is 777. It's like 7 key codes and then there's 777. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But each of the key codes represents, is represented by a certain goddess or a ascended master. And they're all females. The first one I believe is Isis. I think the first one is Isis. You got this. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. You got this card too then, Leanne. That's hilarious. Your comments are coming in so late. So the first one is Isis. The second one is... Who's the second one? It's Hathor. Hathor. And then there's one that's Green Tara. There's another one that's Mary Magdalene. Another one is like Mother Mary, I believe. Another one is Kuan Yin. What are the other ones? So that's Hathor, Isis, Green Tara, Kuan Yin, Mother Mary. Oh, and then White Buffalo Calf Woman. And then the Sophia Dragons. I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but because there is a planet called Karnak on the Sirius star system. That's where I'm going. And that's where Green Tara is from. So this is what this card reminds me of. And Green Tara is actually an ascended master that has come to Earth many, many times before. But the most well-known incarnation is her incarnation as Green Tara, which is in the Buddhist tradition, which she's basically, Green Tara in the Buddhist tradition is like the mother of all the Buddhas. The mother of all the Buddha. Yeah, exactly. She like is the, you know, it's like she's the mother of all the Buddhas. And so it's her powerful sacred divine feminine energy that like births them, not like literally, you know what I mean, but like births their energy and helps them along the way. And the other way, there's in the Cheyenne people of, yeah, the Cheyenne people of the North have someone that they, like a goddess or something, or a being or a person that, and the Native Americans are very, very connected to the stars. It's like their sort of belief system is like, we come from the stars. And so it's really freaking cool because it's almost like they had this awesome knowledge that most people didn't have, and they kind of held it together. But the Cheyenne people have someone called Star Woman, and that's another incarnation of Green Tara. And she teaches you basically how to manifest. She teaches you how to make, like, your dreams into reality, how to create the things that you want in your life. It's really cool. But she was from this planet called Karnak on the Sirius star system. And the planet Karnak, I guess it already ascended. So like everyone on that planet, it's kind of like the brother planet to Mother Earth. Everyone on that planet has already ascended, but it's like the same story of how the Earth is ascending. And so that's why she's here. And how she's like came to us, to the human race, as a ascended master to help us in our ascension as a planet. Was that way out there for you guys, or do you like it? I love stuff like that. Stuff like that like gets me really, really excited. I was gonna see if I have this one book I'm reading, but I don't have it here with me. Nice planet name. Kind of feel a connection to it. Yeah, Karnak. Isn't that a cool name? Yeah. So I don't know, just random stories. I have a lot of stuff. If you guys want to ask me questions, I've got answers. I've got stories, which are really fun. So take this opportunity, because I don't usually do these kind of broadcasts on YouTube, and I'm wondering if I'm even gonna like keep this video up. Because I want to be able, you know, like every time I go live, I provide like very specific content, and this video is kind of like whatever. I'll probably leave it up just to let everybody know that we're going to be doing this on Fridays, and I think more people will come next time. Isn't that a city in Egypt? Is it? Karnak. Yes. Yeah, I think you're right. And I just read that in The Ancient Secrets of the Flower of Life. There is a city called Karnak in Egypt, and it was a city created by King Tutankhamun or something like that. I can't remember, but he was a very different king. And when he ruled, his whole thing, so he wasn't human. First of all, I think he was from the Sirius Star Nation. I think you're right. Holy crap. Here comes more of the story. What? Okay, so Tutankhamun is his name. And he ruled for, I think it was a total of like 17 years. It was very short, right? He only had 17 years to like make a difference, because at that time, what had happened was, okay, the Egyptians had 48 sort of gods, right? And it was like 48, it represented the chromosomes, 48 chromosomes. I feel very connected with Egypt, so I guess that's why I feel huge. Yes. So it's like they had these 48 chromosomes, and what that represented was basically the 48 pieces that, what was the name of that god? What was the name of that god? Osiris? I think it was Osiris. So Osiris was the one that, he's been around. He wasn't necessarily from Egypt only. He's been around since Lemuria and well, Atlantis was first, and then it was Lemuria, and then it was Egypt. It was like in that order, right? And the Sumerians were somewhere in there. But the Egyptians weren't from here. Yeah, exactly. So Osiris had gone through this, like they killed him, his like brother or something like that killed him, and then his sisters went to save him, and so they put him back together. And so it's like he represents the ascension of humanity. So he starts as a person, right? He gets separated into like these 48 pieces, right? And then he gets brought back to life. And when he got brought back to life, he actually ascended. He became immortal. That's the story, right? I keep drifting off because the day was crazy, but this is super fun. Okay, good. I hear they're from another dimension. They are, and a lot of them are still, they're still here, just in another dimension. That's why you can't see them, because we've forgotten. The stories we've forgotten. So anyways, going back to the story of Osiris, that happened like a long time ago in Lemuria, right? But now Osiris is like, has been, you know, alive for many thousands and thousands of years. And during the time of Egypt, sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired too. So during the time of Egypt, Egyptians separated from Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. And they literally have Upper Egypt on the bottom and Lower Egypt on the top. And the reason is because once the poles were shifted, and so it's like this was the top and this was the bottom, but then when the poles shifted, it became like this. So this became the top and this became the bottom. Anyways, that's the story that I hear. And when that separation happened between Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, they each, those 48 chromosomes that represented the separation of Osiris into those 48 pieces, they started to change form and become different. And so then one king decided to merge the Upper and the Lower Egypt. And when they merged, he adopted all of the symbols of the Lower Egypt, which then gave them 48 plus 48 images. And then this is when things got crazy, because people started worshiping the images and the little like gods themselves. But the truth is that they always believed that like there was one God. And so to fix this mess, what happened is Tutankhamun was the king that literally he came in, and he wasn't from the king lineage. So they broke the lineage and somehow convinced the king that this was supposed to happen. And he had like a very short time to like create the biggest change possible. So he wouldn't allow anyone to, and he came fully aware of his mission, right? So he wouldn't allow anyone to not tell the truth. So everybody had to paint everything, or any art or anything had to be exactly as they saw it. It couldn't be like a representation of it. And so when you look at statues, you know, hieroglyphs from this time period where this king ruled, you see that they were fucking aliens because they were tall, they were really tall, and they had like big long heads. So that's a cool like side story, right? And then the other thing is he literally built a city called Karnak in the exact center of Egypt. Like they still don't know how the hell he figured that was exactly the center of Egypt, the exact dot. And he built a city called Karnak, and it was all like white. And then eventually the city got torn down, and I'm sure there's something else there in its place, but you are so right. And I don't know, that whole story just came from that comment. It's so cool. They should be a topic on your videos. Cool though, I'm very excited about this stuff, but I have way too much to learn. None of my friends talk about this stuff. Get this book called The Ancient Secrets of the Flower of Life, and you'll be like mind blown. And all kinds, it's like, it's all coming together. Like the more you read, the more it's all gonna come together. It's cool because these are the topics that we're going to talk about in the Earth School for Lightworkers. And that's just like a little tiny piece of what we're going to talk about in the Earth School. So I'm like super excited about that starting on March 30th. And I get really like excited and active about it. And I mean, you can tell, right? It's like, I get like, oh, that story, and oh, there's that story, and oh my God, let's connect the dots. And I'm like really passionate about it. And not a lot of people are. But if you are passionate about it, and if it's something that totally like draws you in and you can't stop talking, you can't like shut up, you know what I mean? Then more than likely you are a light worker and you have memory. You have memory of this. You might have had a lifetime together. Dolores Cannon says that most light workers don't actually have past lifetimes on planet Earth, but they have past lifetimes on other planets or other star systems. And so when they decided to come to Earth so that they could get used to living as a human being, because they came from like somewhere else in outer space, they have been imprinted with past life memories. So when you do a past life regression, you might get past lives, but they're not really a life that you actually had. It's just a memory that you have of a past life so that you can feel more comfortable being a human being on the planet, which is crazy. Addiction to know, bro, I can't wait to find out on my new pendulum. This soul must be old. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, old as in like even beyond Earth, right? And there's some beings that come to Earth that are light workers that actually have never had a lifetime ever before. And so they have the hardest time because they don't understand emotions like anger. They don't understand emotions like sadness. They only know bliss. The bliss that is being one with God. The bliss that is being the light of God. You are there. Like you are, there's nothing else, right? And we're all like reaching, we're all going back home, and that's what home represents, is being in the light of God, being one with God, merging, right? Union, which is what yoga represents. Yoga means union, coming back together. It's the Osiris story of he was one and then he was pieces and then he was back together. He went back home. And we're all like going back home. Except there are some dark energies out there that they can be overcome with light. And that's why the light workers are here, or the star seeds, or whatever you want to call them, right? It's like the same, the term can be interchangeable, or one of the 3 waves of volunteers, which is something that we talked about in Jason's channel. So you believe that this earth is way older than what science can... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Way fucking older. He talks about it in that book too. They don't even have the kind of things to measure this kind of stuff. Yeah. And because a lot of the information I think we're on the 5th dimension. Well, we are, yes, we're moving towards the 5th dimension, and then people who are staying behind it's because they're choosing to stay behind, because you can choose to keep moving forward, meaning that you'll be vibrating higher and higher, which means like your whole atom structure, cellular structure is going to vibrate very fast, which when you think of like the reason you can't see things is because they're like, you can't see sound because it vibrates, you know what I mean? It's like a different energy, it's a different frequency. I only know about the blue people. What are the blue people? But what's going to happen as we transition into the 5th dimension is we're literally going to be living in the same place as other people, just like it's already there. That's the thing. It's like it's already happening. We already live with beings that are in different dimensions, and the reason we can't see them is because they're just in different dimensions. So the people that move to the higher dimensions are not going to be able to, like the people that don't go into the 5th dimension won't be able to see the people in the 5th dimension. It's like you'll become invisible to them because you're vibrating too high of a frequency. They can't see it. It's not possible in this dense reality. But anyways, this is really funny. I don't know. Something about them being tall and stuff. So when I saw Avatar, I was like, oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, right? You're like, it makes you wonder. A lot of, all of this has been ancient knowledge that's literally been forgotten. We know all this shit. What, like, this kind of stuff, like oracle, like Isis oracle cards, like these messages in the cards, like the Work Your Light oracle cards, the astrology stuff, the goddess cards, all of it is like, it's knowledge that we're remembering. That's why when you get inspired to create something, you have to put away all the things that tell you I'm not good enough to do this. Like, I don't know enough to do this. It's like, no, bullshit. You know it all, and all you have to, you're remembering. So when you get inspired to write or, create something, just do it, because there's a grid and you're connected to that grid. It's a frequency, it's an energy. And when we are connected to it, we receive information. That's why all these books are being channeled and all these new ideas are coming about. It's because we are ready to remember, and we are remembering. It's like we're waking up from a very long sleep. It's almost like Snow White, right? They gave us the sleeping spell, although we kind of did it to ourselves, I think. And now we're waking up again and remembering what the hell happened. And it's going to take time, but it's happening. You know what I mean? I have a theory that the between dimensions on all dimensions cause it would explain the shadow people. Wait, I don't understand exactly. They're both on at the same time, but you tune into another channel. Ghosts are between channels. Oh, hey, that's actually really cool, Danny. Oh, think of it as an old TV set where we are on channel 5 transitioning to channel 6. Yeah. Yeah, like totally. Yeah, yeah. You're like, dude, you missed it. You missed it. Yeah, so that, yeah, no, totally. I mean, that's it. That's it. I'm glad this became a really cool conversation. Maybe we should, like, every Friday just go live and talk about some really cool stuff. I'm going to start announcing the special guests for the Earth School for Lightworkers, and I'm really excited about that. We have all of the interviews like scheduled, and I am between now and March 30th when the program starts, I'm going to go live with a few of the presenters on my Periscope channel. So you guys make sure to follow me on Periscope. Because you'll get to meet some of them, and we'll talk about in some detail what it is that they're good at, what are the experts at, and all that stuff. So those will be fun. I might broadcast them here onto YouTube. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, this is a very interesting topic. YouTube needs call-ins. I know, right? Well, you could always do like a Zoom, but no, call-ins is much safer. Like you'll just have some random people coming into the Zoom chat, you know? But that would be cool too. That would actually be really fun. Cool. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me for the evening. It was really sweet of you. This is the first time we've done anything like this. This is more of like Periscope style. I didn't have any really content planned other than doing some live readings. So hopefully, I think I'm going to leave the video up, and then hopefully the people that watch the replay know that it's happening. And of course, we know that things when they start slow, and then they kind of build their own speed. But it would be so amazing if you guys could recommend my channel to your friends that you think would be interested. I mean, you already know the kind of stuff we talk about in here, and you know the people that might actually really like it. So I want to get the word out, and I want to get more people to follow this channel. And we're on our way to the 1,000 followers. So we're on like 928 or something like that, and it kind of ebbs and flows just like everything else. But it would be so cool to finally get to 1,000 followers. I'm actually really excited about that, and just letting everybody know would be like the coolest thing that you could do for me, or sharing my videos, or even watching some of the videos again. If you haven't yet watched the what's it called, the monthly videos, those are really good, and they go through all of the signs, and each sign has an individual video. I did a new moon ceremony that was really cool just the other day. That was on Wednesday, and you get to see like a different side of everything that I do. And let's see, what else can I recommend to you guys? I think for now that's it. And like I said, I appreciate all the support, and here on the chat, you guys are so sweet to hang out with me tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be live tomorrow, I think 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll do the weekend tarot reading. Okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Sat Nam, you guys. Thank you.